So, what kind of challenges are you guys facing off against? What type of things do you go through? You know, I see a lot of people out there in a lot of places, and I see they're in a lot of different places in life and their mentalities. I see those people that are out there on Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, you name it, podcasts. We got our website, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration. And what is the challenges that you guys are facing off against? I would like to build a community of people. We've already gotten upwards of 9,000 plus members on Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration, Discipline 101. And what gets you going? What gets you in a place where your mentality starts to open up? The ability inside of who you are. I look at how to utilize that. How are we utilizing our abilities? Um, I have a friend who was just saying, I don't know how to make time for myself. I don't have the ability within. I don't have the ability to be who I am and to focus into the things that I want to achieve. And so here I am focusing every day, working plus, you know, 12 hours a day doing meditation before I start my day, in the car constantly driving. I do enjoy that. A lot of people, they don't realize that Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, and other rideshare drivers do enjoy actually getting on there and getting out there. And if you haven't found a position to set yourself, you know, up for enjoying yourself, then that's on you. You know, there's a lot of people out there that absolutely enjoy what they're doing. They enjoy the things that they're working on. I enjoy getting on here. I enjoy getting out there and talking about motivation, meditation, and inspiration. I'm really excited. I mean, I've made my second dollar on Anchor podcasts across multiple platforms. My website is marching towards its first dollar as well. I enjoy the small. I enjoy. I've put um, links for those that want to um, connect with it, want to donate, and want to, you know, continue to hear these kind of videos. I will be doing these videos as much as I can. I do motivational videos on multiple platforms. I've spent a lot of this time working on this and, doing meditation and, I've taught people with meditation that, I learned myself. Um, and here I am out there on it. I'm getting after it. I'm focused on it. I see the videos. I see the people that are, um, you know, focusing alongside. They're really actually getting it done. I see this type of thing and these types of places as the ability within. And it's up to you. It's within your willpower. It's within your being. It's within your vibration to utilize your mentality. I focus into positivity. I focus into the ability within to overcome challenge. I I really really am focused into motivation, meditation, inspiration, the thing that I ask myself every day is what I'm doing today. Is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? If it's not one of the three, what is it? And so here I am, getting out there. Here I am getting after the ability within. And I see a lot of people, okay? I see a lot of people who are in need of this kind of mentality, focusing on positivity, focusing on the ability to get out there and get after it. I know it was very challenging for me. One of the reasons why is because when you care about other people more than yourself, okay, and I know at least for myself that you kind of lose yourself. You kind of lose track of your abilities, you lose track of your mentality, you lose track of what you have inside. And when you find that part inside of who you are, when you start finding that part inside of your ability, inside of your mentality, you will be surprised in the things that start to happen, okay? You'll be surprised in how what you're using starts to open up. I am out here in Arizona. I'm getting a lot of people commenting on my posts and on my platform. I'm really excited for the future. I'm excited for motivation, meditation, inspiration to take off. I'm excited for the little victories, and it's amazing. I feel supported. I feel those people out there that are you know watching these videos, from gamers to people that are trying to do sales to those people that their companion just left them, or they might be seeking out positive lifestyle. They might be seeking out a positivity inside of themselves. They might be seeking out a place within who they are. I I'm really excited for the upcoming year. I'm excited to see how this year is going to turn out, how much expansion there's going to be. I still have yet to hear from my wife, who left about almost 2 years ago. You know, it's great. I really started to focus in on the ability inside, and the great part is when you start focusing, okay, when you start putting yourself in a place where you no longer have a victim mentality, the ability inside of who you are starts to open up, okay? And there's a lot of people out there that have challenges that only they have. We can be there to support them, we can be there to uplift them and help them to find their way towards themselves, to find their way in their life path journey. I find that when we are working on our journey, okay, it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be the people that are wanting to uplift you, okay, that are going to want you to succeed for yourself, that are going to, be there and be present in your experience. You see, when you focus into positivity, when you start inviting positivity into your life, when you start inviting it to become a part of who you are, it's not going to be easy. And the reason it's not going to be easy is because if it was easy, then you wouldn't value it. And those are like a puzzle that has pieces. Those values that you have are the pieces of that bigger puzzle. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you dream? What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you're focusing into? You know, I do energy readings, I do meditation, I do mentoring. As you can see, my podcast is across Google, Apple, multiple podcasts. We have motivation, meditation, inspiration, yoga. Okay. We have our Facebook group, motivation, meditation, inspiration, and we're getting after it. We're building a community. I every day I get online and I check your guys' posts, and the ones that are unique, the ones that are, you know, relaxing, that have to deal with motivation, meditation, inspiration, I approve. And the ones that are not dealing with motivation, meditation, or inspiration, I do not approve. And so on a constant, I'm seeing like about 100 posts a day. You know what I'm saying? So motivation, meditation, inspiration is on its way to 10,000 followers. We've earned our second dollar on our podcasts with Anchor. Great for that partnership with Anchor. Um, I'm on the Twitch as well. I have you guys out there on the Facebook group, that are watching this video, and on a daily you will see um, those parts inside of you expand. You will see the parts inside of you become. You will start to see yourself focused. You will see yourself grow. You will see yourself overcome, and you will see yourself manifest things. And it's surprising, like if you put in the work, right? If you want to achieve something, are you achieving it because you are deserving of the results, because you're working on them, because you're putting your time into it? That's what the type of stuff I want. I want to create a mentality that I utilize on a daily basis, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. I want to be able to share that with all of you that's out there, that you are worth it, that your mentality is worth it. I remember having a guy in the back of my car, and you know he he was going through a challenging time. He was going through a place where nobody else could experience what he was going through, you know. And we often feel that way. We often feel like nobody else understands us, you know. And you can ask the simple question to yourselves, right? Do you feel like nobody understands you sometimes, you know? And so that's why we can't really compare ourselves to other people. Okay, we can't say because they were able to do it, then I am too. We can look at their examples and we can believe in ourselves and start achieving that for ourselves. But we should never want to strive to be a copycat, because you can never be the best copycat. You can only be the best you. When you drive, and you meditate and you spend time doing the things that you like to do, it is really at a point within yourself, okay, that you will start to ask those types of questions. You see, I put these videos out, I get after it because I'm focused into it. You can watch the days, the weeks, the months that I'm after this mentality. And in October it will be 2 years that I've been putting out videos. We're almost there for the 2 year mark. I've learned a lot. I've learned how to diversify across multiple platforms, how to speak with a mentality to increase the amount of time that we're on, the talk time, the connection. I'm kind of a little bit looking forward to other platforms that are interactive, you know, and it's when we are giving ourselves that kind of a place where what we have going on inside starts to open up. And I look forward to it. To be honest, I look forward to the challenges ahead. I look forward to the things that other people will not do, to the things that other people will not sit down inside of themselves and start to achieve. I am working after and looking after these challenges, and I embrace them. The reason I embrace my challenges, why do you embrace your challenges? What is it that when you are going through something, you find a way to overcome? What is it that you are looking at? What is it that you are working on? What is it that you are getting after? You know, I look at motivation, meditation, inspiration is that. I look at, getting in front of the camera on a daily basis. I really enjoyed getting back into doing rideshare and getting out there and working. A lot of us are feeling like, hey, let's just let it happen. Let's just let this process happen. And, some of us are just grinding. Some of us are just absolutely killing it. And it's because of focus. It's because what are you focused into? What do you want to achieve? What is your dreams? What is your goals? I'm not any different than you. I'm not any different than anyone else. The only difference is that the things that I focus into, I continue to focus into until I achieve them. Until you achieve your dreams, they're just dreams. And so I want to. I want to achieve those dreams. I want to achieve those goals. And I want to manifest from within. So let me go ahead and get here live on my group site. So there we go. Getting live on motivation, meditation, inspiration. So, it's when we do that, you know, that the challenges start showing up. When we start to focus inwards, we start to focus on our abilities within who we are. I think that, motivation, meditation, inspiration is building off of mentality. It's building off of the ability within to utilize. It's building off of you. It's a part of who you are realistically. I'm grateful for the ability to sell cars at a certain point. I'm grateful for the ability to have driven 5,000 uh, about like 8,000 Ubers and like 8,000 Lyfts, just about. I'm grateful for the experiences that I've had. I'm grateful for the people that have become an influence on my life, become an influence on my being. I I look at what it takes to get inwards, you know, and I look at what it will take to overcome challenges in the future, okay? And being present within. Um, a lot of you out there might be looking at this video saying, what does this guy talk about? And what is this guy's message? You know, you might be asking, what is it? Why does he get out there? And it's because of the story that I've had. It's because of that person inside. It's because of that part of this kind of challenge that I I've seen things, I've been through things that have made me who I am today. And I'm here to tell you that I embrace it. I embrace the part of who you are. I embrace the part of your challenges. Ask yourself that question. Would you be right where you are right now if you did not go through the things that you have? And a lot of people have a hard time with that. Okay, we have a hard time accepting ourselves. A lot of times we feel like it's better in other people's world, it's better in other people's vibration than our own. And that is not true, because your light inside shines. Your being has a purpose. Your path has a place. It has a part of your journey. It's your story. It's your path. It's your purpose. And I see these types of things happen. It took me a very long time to accept that the challenges that I've gone through have made me stronger. It's taken me a very long time to believe, how could somebody just get up and leave me, right? Be married to somebody for nearly 8 years, and all of a sudden you're sleeping in your van. How can that happen? How can they leave you without the ability to even contact, without the ability to overcome? No reason. But you see, here's the thing: inside that dark tunnel, inside that dark place, inside that dark time, what I learned is that you just need yourself. That the people that are meant to be near you, that are meant to experience your challenges and to experience that part of who you are inside, they will embrace you. They're going to embrace your abilities. They're going to embrace your mentality. And when we start to do that, when we start to do that in a way in which we see ourselves, when we see ourselves growing, when we see ourselves lighting up, I am excited for this journey. I'm excited for the challenges ahead, you know. I used to feel very much, pain. Pain is just a teacher, you know. I was taught by a friend that passed away, from stage 4 cancer, that we have to, at the end of her life, she explained to me that we have to accept everything that happens in our life for our part in that role. We have to accept everything for the things that we're going through, and at a certain point, we have to come to a peace with it. We have to come to a place within ourselves where we start to light up. I see this. I see this part of how I'm doing that, and I think of my friends explaining that to me as a place of growth. I think that what we want to achieve ultimately is to be ourselves. See, when you are being embraced for who you are, when your knowledge, your story, your path, your life purpose open up, when it starts to become a part of who you are, when it starts to, you know, light up this world in such a way that other people can see you, they can see your ability, they can see your mentality, that is an amazing thing, because then the people that are meant to be in your life start showing up. You start having a light inside of you. You start having a part of who you are become embraced. You start having a part of who you are inside becoming that person. See, I am so grateful that I have been through these challenges. I'm so grateful that I've had to face off against these types of things. And I am so grateful for the opportunity of this journey on this life path. I've done amazing things. I've stayed in a sauna for 5+ hours. I didn't even leave the sauna. I've sold cars, worked 16-hour shifts, worked 100 hours a week, 50, 60 hours for a dealership, 35 to 40 hours. Had to see what it's like to push past where the normal person can. And to focus, and to truly focus, and to find a way to make time to focus. Okay? You might have a very busy schedule right now. And at this time, it is a positive time to stay focused. This place is giving a lot of people a lot of opportunities. Okay, there is a lot of opportunities out there if you're willing to focus. I'm seeing a lot of places open up for people to work. I'm seeing a lot of job opportunities opening up, and it's amazing how the one that we're seeking out, the one that we're looking at, people look at Uber drive and they're like, oh, you're an Uber driver. But they don't see the fact that I used to play Gran Turismo and that I enjoy to drive. They don't see the fact that I enjoy to see people smile. They don't see the fact that I sit inside of the car and listen to motivational videos that inspired me to do that myself. They didn't see the fact of those people focusing to that place. They didn't see the fact that I would nearly have 10,000 members on Facebook. They don't see the fact that my podcast is nearly at its second dollar. They don't see the fact that motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga is worldwide. That I pick up the phone, I'm talking to the guy through T-Mobile, and the guy on T-Mobile has already heard of me. You know what I'm saying? They don't see this fact. Type in the word motivation, meditation, inspiration. Look down, see the guy with the meditation. You'll see me on Google. Okay? You look on podcast, Facebook, Periscope. You go on Instagram. Type in motivation, meditation. You're going to pull me up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out there grinding daily. And I think about how in times when I felt most limited, in fact, those were times where I was expanding the most. We are in a place of focus, and what we focus into, what we focus on, it becomes results. You know, if you're seeing somebody else succeeding and you want it, but you're not putting in the time, you're not putting in the effort, you're not putting in the mentality, and they're achieving it and you're not, the reason why you're not achieving it is because you're not putting in that place in your mind. So, how do we start to do that? How do we start to focus in a positive direction? We got to study ourselves. We got to study that internal being. We got to start to become honest with ourselves. One of those ways that I find is by learning. Learning how to do things better, learning how to utilize the abilities within, utilize the abilities within our challenges. I look at what it takes, I look at what it takes to overcome that, and I look at the people that have moved out of the way so that that could become possible, okay, so that that could become a part of it, and they're not always people that you would think would want to move out of the way, but when they do start moving out of the way on their own, when they do start allowing you to achieve your dreams, your goals, when you start achieving your mentality, when you start putting yourself in a place where you focus past your challenges, you will see yourself, you will see your light, you will find a place, you will find a place of peace within you. And I look at this, I look at this place where I am right now, you know, as a place to embrace, okay? I'm so excited to be out there driving. I'm excited to get out there and to get after it. Everything that I've been through and everything that I go through is bringing that place of positivity out. I hear, those people and those ascended masters like Bruce Lee, for instance. He is an ascended master. He understood the place of looking at things from a third person. This is a place where management happens. The place of the third person, viewing an operation. Okay, your life is that operation. Are you viewing it? Are you utilizing it? Are you studying you? Are you becoming skillful and being yourself and being that person that you are inside? And I know that one day my website will blow up, motivation, meditation, inspiration.yoga. I know that one day I will write a book, that I will have a clothing line, that I will have the ability to work with multiple people with meditation, with energy readings, with mentoring, okay? Because it's when you're willing to continue. The thing that truly got me started on wanting to do videos every day was two people. The first one being Les Brown. Les Brown went through challenges very similar to me, okay? I grew up being told that you have a learning disability, okay? Same as David Goggins, all right? And the second one is Gary Vee. I saw Gary Vee's determination on him putting out 1,000 videos And I said, can you do this? Can you get on there? Can you start to get after it? If he can achieve that, then can you do the same? And for years, I was writing down my quotes. I was writing down the things that I was working through, like the walls, for instance. You can learn walls, but you can also learn to unlearn walls. But you got to embrace them. You got to embrace the challenges that you're going through so that you can accept them so they can no longer be a wall to you. See what I'm saying? And that's what I was doing as I was out there driving people. See, I was learning how to overcome my own walls. I was learning how to overcome my own challenges, to get inwards to the point where I would be able to really focus on this path, this life's path journey, you know? And I put out their energy readings, the link above on the uh, Facebook group, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration, has the place where you can put donations, where you can put in things that, like comments, for instance, my website, my podcast, YouTube, it's all there. Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration yoga. Eventually I'll have a clothing line, Motivation, Meditation, Inspiration, you know, and it's amazing the ability to get inwards, okay? That comes from you. That comes from you becoming aware of your being qualified to be yourself, you know? And a lot of people, when they're younger, I feel like the school system has failed us in learning how to adapt to our mentalities. Learning how to overcome their challenges. I look at what it's going to take, like for instance, I'm already at 9,100 members. You know what I'm saying? It's growing. It's nearly going to be 10,000 members. I'm going to be surprised if it doesn't reach it by Monday, you know, because it is a movement. We are creating a movement of motivation, of meditation, of inspiration. I see a lot of people seeking out stories when you are the greatest story. I would like if you guys would start sharing your stories. I'd like if you start sharing your interactions. I like if you would start to, you know, uplift each other, start to get to the place inside where you're utilizing that part. Motivation is one part, meditation is another part, and inspiration. What are we doing to inspire each other? What are we doing to get to that place inside where we are utilizing it? What are we doing today? What are we getting after today? I have a group of you out there who are asking these types of questions. I am excited for you. If you've joined this group, if you've become a part of this group, you will start to notice that we have a lot of active members on our Facebook site, that they actually do post, relaxing things to seek out, relaxing things to utilize, and, you can reach out to me, motivation, meditation, inspiration, you know, and you can watch it with multiple platforms. You can listen to it on the podcasts. And so let's talk a little bit about how we can uplift each other, okay? And what is the skills that you have? What are the talents that you utilize? What are the talents that you are getting after? I look at this this ability and this mentality. I look at the group that we've created, right, is motivation, meditation, and inspiration. And the first part stands for focus. The second part stands for knowledge. Okay? But the third part is the most important. That's the connecting of your focus and your knowledge. That's the ability to elevate yourself, to see that we are a part of this life path. We are to become an inspiration. We are to inspire each other. We are to uplift each other, to utilize our gifts, to utilize our talents, and to see this universe in such a way that it gives other people an ability to see you for you. Okay? And when they see you for you, when they start to see the beauty that you have inside, when they start to see the mentality that you're utilizing, when they start to see that, when they start to see that part of themselves, okay, when they start to become uplifted, if this video can, or this podcast can lighten your load, if it can make your day just a little bit lighter, bring you just a little bit closer to yourself, a little bit closer towards your being, a little bit closer toward your vibration, not mine. Notice what I'm saying, your vibration. If it can do that for you, leave a comment, join the group, become a part of the platform, become a part of the mentality within who you are. I am excited for all of you out there that are joining. I am excited for all of you out there that are manifesting. I'm excited for all of you out there that are lighting up this world, that are becoming a part of this journey, And you can imagine when I first started to put these videos out there, when I was sleeping in my car, when I was, trying to figure out how to believe within. I didn't see 10,000 nearly followers on Facebook. I didn't see motivation, meditation, inspiration. I didn't see the focus, the knowledge, the discipline, the ability to care about myself more than other people. I thought that when you care for others, and caring for other people is caring for yourself. And a lot of people, like, I remember the first time I taught a friend of mine who's passed about not needing to take to be yourself. You don't need to take from people. The universe has plenty for us all. We can uplift other people by being ourselves. We can uplift other people by being who we are inside. I know I haven't been or done the perfect things in this life, but the one thing that I do know is that what I'm doing every day, I'm striving to be that person inside. I'm striving to overcome those kind of challenges, and I'm striving to overcome those kind of things that are there to uplift is amazing. Okay, I've come to a place of realization that I am right where I am because if I wasn't where I am, if I didn't accept the things that I wouldn't have gone through, then I wouldn't be who I am today. And I am grateful to be who I am today. And that kind of knowledge, that kind of connection, that kind of place within who we are, that kind of being, that kind of ability, I am so grateful that I have those kinds of challenges. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm looking here at a photo of a guy doing meditation, but he's got a cloud over his head. And this represents the negativity that is always around us. It's up to us to see through that, to become the light in that. I see a lot of growth within our communities. I see a lot of people that are starting to wake up, that are starting to believe in themselves, that are starting to believe in their being. I am a light in the universe, and you all are too, but you got to believe in the light within you. God divided the light from the dark. He divided the light from the dark. Who out there are light workers? Who out there are getting after shining? Who out there are starting to turn towards the light, towards that part, starting to have that kind of acceptance in themselves? Are you guys doing that today? Are you seeing the scars of your past as the positive things of your future? You see what I'm saying? Are you seeing that what you are and what you want to become and what you want to manifest is a beautiful future for you? It is a beautiful future within you. It's a beautiful future that you are bringing in your direction. And it is a beautiful place that we are. I see that when we put our mentality into that kind of a place where, I'm right now looking at a picture of someone who's, you know, turned to 360 degrees by wanting to become a part of the light. You can too. Chase after those parts of yourself. I'm telling you, it's worth it. I'm telling you, when you bring a part of yourself out that you can do. You see what I'm saying? I look at this path, this journey, this purpose, and I'm really a fan, and I don't mind if people are a critic of me, of Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just watched a documentary about how they, you know, what is it that you're doing in your communities? What is it that you're doing in your your path? What are you working on? And the more we work with our communities, the more we see the gifts inside of our communities. Last night I was out delivering food, and I had a driver inside of a Riliberto's Mexican restaurant in Prescott Valley. He was there. He saw, hey, you know, can I ask you something? What app are you using? And of course, I use Uber because I like Uber Eats. Okay, I like delivering the food, right? Like I was saying, I like doing the videos, like getting out there, getting my mentality in place, getting meditation going, getting the ability to get out there and drive. And so he was having challenges on how much he was making. And I explained to him, it's all a numbers game. When you focus, when you don't decline orders, when you focus through the orders, it's about how many orders you're able to fill. You see, when you focus into using your focus and your knowledge, then you become an inspiration. And the really great part is his whole family was in the car. The kid, the father, the mother was sitting inside of the car, and he was talking to me outside. And you see, that's helping a family out. That's helping our communities out. That's helping out the people that are around us. That's inspiring them to continue. It's inspiring them to believe in themselves. It's building our communities up. It's using our focus. It's using our knowledge. And it is definitely using our discipline. And so that's what happens when it becomes a reflection, is that motivation has a reflection, from focus. Meditation is the knowledge. Do you have knowledge inside of yourself? What place do you meditate? See what I'm saying? And it's like a lot of people think it's just with a guy who's got his legs crossed in Indian style, that's gone inwards and just, zenned out, But you are right now in the state that you're in. This is a state of meditation. You see what I'm saying? The state that you are in right now, listening to this message, is a state of awareness. It's a state of connection. And when we connect our focus and our knowledge together, okay, we overcome the challenges that we have. We find ways to accept ourselves. We find ways to be who we are on the inside. And man, when you start doing that kind of work, when you start utilizing that part of your being, when you start utilizing that part of your purpose, you will start to see what I'm talking about. You will start to see yourself. And you will start to see that you are worth it. And then, by doing that, other people will become inspired. Ever think about that person in that position where they were getting their butt kicked? Okay? We all have the ability to be that new person. We all have that ability to be in that new place. We have the ability to go through new challenges, because nobody is going to be skilled at everything. That's impossible. And that word impossible is only impossible until you overcome those challenges. So when we are focusing, because there's not enough time on the face of the planet to be skilled in everything. Okay? So when you pick your profession, pick a skill that you're willing to focus into 100 hours plus a week. Now keep in mind there's only 160 plus hours in a whole week. Okay? That includes sleeping, showers and things like that. So if you were really wanting to achieve your dreams, if you're wanting to achieve your goals, if you're wanting your focus and your knowledge, if you're wanting to one day become an ascended master in your skill and in your craft, it's going to take the mat time. It's going to take your ability. It's going to take you putting yourself first, and that's how we find a way to no longer be caught up in this rat race. Okay, this thing that we call life as work. Okay, in other countries like in Europe, okay, it's in the US, we, on a constant basis, the structure is that we live to work. Okay? When your mentality switches from living to work, to working to live, you will see amazing things happen. And that is the difference there between somebody who is using their focus, their knowledge, and their discipline. Okay? When you are working to live, you will find that your life becomes worth value. When you're living to work, that's where you find less value in yourself, in your positions, in your professions. When you believe that you're worth it, when you see the light inside of you shine, when you see the light inside of your being light up, when you start to see these type of things happen, you will see amazing things happen in your lives. And that is why we're meant to be an inspiration. We're meant to work to live, not live to work. We don't get up just to go to work. We get up every day to live our lives. We get up every day to be a part of our paths, to be a part of our journey, to have a place within ourselves where we become that reflection of inspiration, where other people can see you and your profession and in your skills, you know. And I remember, working 50, 60 hours a week, 16-hour shifts, for a dealership. And I said to myself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. And here it is, my friends. We work to live, not live to work. We are blessings. You are blessings out there. Your manifestation, your purpose, your journey, your path is to be yourselves. Your path is to be on this journey. Your path to be in this purpose, to be in this place, to be in this life, is that you would become alive, that you would become a light in the universe, that you would become a light within. And that is an inspiration in itself. That is why I wake up every day asking that question, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? Because if it's not one of the three, I don't want it. What a skill it was to spend that time sleeping in my car, to listen to those videos, to listen to those motivational speakers, What a skill it is to have come to Arizona, to be in this place, to have met amazing people, to see a friend pass in peace, to see a friend pass through the journey, to light up other people's worlds, to become a light within the universe, to become a light within God's path in our journeys, I am so happy. I am so grateful, and I am so blessed for what I go through. I hope that you are too. Because when you start embracing your mind, when you start embracing your being, when you start embracing your ability, you will find a person inside of who you are that's worth it. I know I did. And in the process, I literally, the old person had to die for the new person within to grow. The things that aren't you have to move out of the way. And it's inside of that we can find ourselves. It's inside of that we can find our beings. And it's inside of that we can find our purpose. Man, this journey is a blessing. I mean, I am excited to see you on this path, to see you on this road of life, to hear your stories, to hear your ways in which this message affected you and it touched your heart and touched your being and touched your vibration in such a way that other people saw it inside of you, that you are a blessing. as I close, I just want to say blessings to you all. As always, blessings, 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 and namaste.